Going to literature review and synthesis. What is a literature review? A literature review is a critical synthesis of existing studies that identifies strengths, highlight gaps, and build justification for your study. Take note of the highlighted text in red. A literature review must identify trends, it must highlight gaps, and then it must build justification. That is when your literature review can get accepted. How do you use AI in literature review? Or what are the roles of AI in literature review? First, fast paper summarization. We as human beings, it could take us maybe a month for us to summarize 50 articles. But do you know that within some minutes, a generative AI like ChatGPT can summarize those 50 articles just within a minute. So look at the time it has saved you. Look at the time it has saved you. If you decide to summarize those articles and then it takes you 1 month, how sure are you somebody will not have started working on that particular research before you finish summarizing? So it's important that we employ the use of AI. Another thing AI can do is it can extract themes across various studies within a very short period of time, and then it can connect ideas from multiple sources. What we as human beings will not find it easy to accomplish within a short period of time, AI can do it within a minute. Within a minute, if you give an AI 50 articles, it will connect ideas from those different articles and come up with a well-structured review section. So it's important that we use AI in this area of fast technological advancement. Step-by-step workflow of AI and human. Like I said in our first webinar, that the fact that we are using AI doesn't mean our own brain should go to sleep. We should work in sync with an AI. So first, search and collect papers from Google Scholars, Scopus, Web of Science, and the likes. And like I mentioned earlier, if, for example, you want to get published in Nature, which is about 45 impact factor, what you need to do is to read more of classical articles published by Nature. That way, you'll be able to get information. You'll be able to know the structure. You'll be able to know how to present your case when submitting your manuscript to Nature, and then you get published. Next is to use your AI to summarize key findings, method use, and limitation. Within a short period of time, like I said before, an AI can summarize these information for you. Then you group into themes, e.g., methods, results, and application. These are different themes, so you can group the reviewed articles into this theme. Then next, you should synthesize, not summarize. This is where I see most students often fail, and then it leads to criticism from their supervisor and most times rejection. They summarize instead of synthesizing. What I mean by synthesizing is relating one study with another. Not just you summarizing one study by saying a study A found this, study B found this, without any form of linking between the two studies. So you synthesize, compare studies, identify patterns, and highlight contradictions. Then last but not the least, write in your own voice. Write in your own voice. Just like the way I explained in our first webinar. AI detection tools always looks at patterns. They always look at patterns. But when you write in your own voice, because you are a human being, your write-up will always have some variation in tones. So it's important we use AI, but let our final manuscript be in our own voice. That is one of the ethical ways of using AI. So by the time you integrate AI this way in your review, literature review, within a very short period of time, you will come up with a robust literature review. The common mistake I see in most students' write-up is copying AI-generated text directly without proofreading and editing. Next one is listing studies without connection. They just make mention of several studies. This person said this, that person said that, this person did this, that person did that, without connection, without connecting the information from those different studies. Then, no critical analysis is another common mistake I see from some literature reviews. So, we should analyze the information from those studies critically with the use of AI. I didn't say you should analyze it with your head alone. No, AI can also help you in this critical analysis. Then last but not least is over-reliance on AI. I still see most people relying fully on AI. Sorry to give this example. There was somebody that asked on the group the other day that do we have an AI tool that could copy formulas directly from ChatGPT into our word processor. In my response to him was that I will advise you learn how to use Microsoft equation editor. Even though an AI generates formulas for you, try to write those formulas yourself. Those are the little ways we can use to humanize our text. Let not just depend fully on AI to do everything for us. That is not an ethical way of using AI. Please let us take note. Now, some short examples. Study A found this, study B found that without connection, like I said before. And then a strong literature review will say, while study A and B both reported improved drying efficiency, only study A considered nutrient retention, leaving a gap in understanding the relationship between processing and nutritional quality. AI helps you to read faster, but only you can think deeper. Let me repeat this again. AI helps us to read faster, but only we can think deeper. A literature review is not a summary of papers. It is a conversation between studies. Many students summarize papers by papers, but journals, experts expect us to make comparison between studies, expect us to criticize studies, expect us to make some connections between studies. It is very, very important that we